Hey, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello. Hey guys, Linda, Paul, Vinny. I believe 22. Hi, Lynn. Hello. Bexar, Kathy, Gerald, Teresa, Tom, Julie, Melissa, Mike, RV Jackpot. Haven't seen you in a while. Johnny Walker, Melinda, Queen Raina, Monty. Hang on, I'll go turn the TV off. How about now? Is that better? Pam, Kamitha, Brennan. Hi, Crystal. Thank you. Wendy. How's everyone doing today? I'm under the weather a little bit today. So I fell asleep and I overslept. I apologize. But I am feeling much better than I was. Don, hello. Marcelo, Wendy. So did you guys hear? People are so psychotic. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me? How about now? Ugh. So can you guys hear? Okay. So let me just start with the executive order 13033 that Mr. T signed. So that order basically protects Iraq from any lawsuits or any kind of issues while they're rebuilding. That could go away as soon as they change the rate. So it's not a bad thing at all. It actually helps Iraq um, and protects Iraq, in my opinion. So it's a good thing. So, like for example, any state in the Middle East, meaning Kuwait, Qatar, whatever, Saudi Arabia, any of them, could sue Iraq. With that order, it's protecting them from any lawsuits and any problems while they rebuild their country. I honestly, I'm gonna tell you, do I believe that Sudanese corrupt? I don't know anymore because in my opinion, like I don't understand what he's doing. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, why are you holding back the rate? So, are you working with your Iranian, you know, partners, and or like, what's the deal? So, do I trust Sudani? I mean, I know he's done a lot for Iraq, but I just don't know with him. I don't know how I feel about him anymore. I used to think he was great, but like it's one issue after another. Like, what's the delay, dude? Are you trying to hold off till the elections? Because if you are, you're not. That's not going to happen. I just don't know how I feel about him anymore. Like, I know, and in my opinion, they did change the rate in country. Just have to see it publicly. The RLUSD passed the Congress. Did you guys hear that? I don't believe also that we're waiting for Iran anymore or Russia. Like, this thing is literally like on the verge. And I also heard that apparently Iran got a warning that because they like turned against America, that Israel can now strike them, and when Israel strikes them, like Kim Clement prophesied, that's when we go boom. Well, the IMF approved, said that Iraq has did everything they needed to do to be Article 8 per IMF. Did you guys know that? I also about Mr. T though, as much as I respect him and think he's great, I want it to be more than just all talk. So far I see that it's all talk. You know what I mean? Like, where's the action? Like, you went to the Middle East, you did all these deals. I heard that he did stop in Iraq, in my opinion, you know. So where's the rate? Anita, I'm sorry, do you really believe that we're gonna have a big celebration, or do you think it's just all talk again? Like, I want to see some action. Like, bro, you said that, you had this deal with Iran that they're giving up their nuclear powers and da 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 da. So what happened with that? Like, they were ready to sign the dotted line. So what happened with that? You're doing this, that, and the other, So, like, what are you doing? You're almighty powerful, like, you're forcing their hand. So why isn't the rate on Forex yet? But I mean, I definitely believe that it's an any moment type of situation. I think Sudani is just basically, well, Patriot Girl says that the year celebration is happening. So if she says so, I gotta go with that. So we are gonna have a year celebration. But apparently now Israel is gonna bomb Iran. And at the Arab Summit, I'm gonna tell you another thing, that they had a new rate because the Prince of Saudi Arabia was not going to go. He was just going to send a delegation. And then all of a sudden, he decided last minute to go. Well, guess what? The Prince of Saudi Arabia, who's like super wealthy, is not going to a rate. He's just not. I think once Iran goes kaboom, we're going to get the rate. Do I think Sudani is working with Iran? Very possibly, in my opinion. I understanding self, I understand that, but the Prince of Saudi Arabia also wouldn't waste his time to go to a country. So what's he gaining with 1310? That's the point. That it's not 1310 anymore. In my opinion, the rate in Iraq in country is different. That you're not seeing the actual rate. Oh, Jay, thank you so much. You're welcome. No problem. There's a lot happening behind the scenes, guys. There's a lot happening behind the scenes. I mean, in my opinion, he went to Iraq because after he was done in Dubai, he was like, "Oh, I have a couple stops to make." Well, where did you go? But I heard from different people, different sources, that he did go to Iraq, and he went to Iran and Iraq, and he also had a conference call with Sudani as well. Denise, in my opinion, she's asking, are we RVing soon? I believe we are, in my opinion. I just heard that too, that Iran is out of this basket. But it doesn't mean that they're not going to get bombed. It's got to be some kind of event, guys. There's got to be some kind of event that's a distraction. Like the whole, all of a sudden, stage 4 cancer for a certain somebody, you know. You think it's a cover up, or you think it was, I mean, all along? Like, come on. Then the whole Comey thing, like, there's a lot of things going on right now. Did you guys hear that Pam Bondi is going to be trying to arrest Mayorkas for treason, in my opinion? I can't really talk about all that, but I just feel like telling you guys. Yes, I don't give financial advice. Thank you, Patriot Girl. Everything I say is in my opinion. I heard people saying we're waiting till July. In my opinion, I do not believe that for a second. Be happy, says Pam Bondi's Epstein. You don't like her? You know who my favorites are? JD Vance and Marco Rubio. I like Pete Hegseth too. What do you guys think? Denise, it was always, she said, do you think RV will happen over the holiday weekend? It was always told, it was always said that it would happen per Dr. Shabibi on a holiday weekend, like a 3-day weekend. Shia G says, what do you think the rate will be on Forex? In my opinion, it will be 386 to 420. Anything between that, in my opinion. Yes, Patriot Girls, like Heg said. Mm-hmm. Listen, I'll be happy with 5 cents. But I'm also hearing, guys, that the dong could possibly come out before the dinar. What do you guys think of that? That's what I'm hearing from some very valid people in the know. School bus driver, I did not win. I got second place. Michael James, he always says that, but yeah, he holds the currency. Give him a break. There's going to be no lop. I talk about that with him all the time. He's just saying that just to, you know what I mean, just to give people a possibility, you know. But after all these years, there's going to be no lop. And you guys got to understand that as far as the dong is concerned, the dong is already on Forex. The dong is already, it's Article 8. It's got all they have to do is flip the switch on the dong. It could very well happen. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, it is. And okay, so Vietnam is already working with Mr. T. So it's a very big possibility that they could go before. I mean, look at Syria. They just got their sanctions off and boom, they just changed their currency just like that. Michael James, that's what I was always told. He said, "Why do I think it's going to be that high?" Um Chart says LOP is deleting the 3 zeros. Correct. Yes. It's deleting the 3 zeros of the currency. So if a $25,000 note becomes $25 note, it's not going to happen. Robert G says, will Syria's money go up? They already did, in my opinion. Celeste says, for Pimpy, another 3 to 5 years for VND. Your thoughts? I love Pimpy to death, but sometimes I disagree with him, I'll put it that way. So no, I don't believe that. Jonathan says it could reinstate higher than Kuwait. It could only be a certain percentage higher than Kuwait. Like not a lot. I love Pimpy. Pimpy has been so there for me, like during my whole situation. He's got a big heart. He's a really good person. And believe me, he's very different. And he's super loyal. Claudette asking, what do you think the VND rate will be? I'm gonna be honest with you. It could be anywhere from 47 cents to $2.20. But I'm thinking more on the lower side, in my opinion. But Kuwait also just changed their rate. If you go on CXI, it's $3.63 now for the Kuwaiti dinar. Listen, guess what? 47 cents. If you have a million, that's 470,000. Arnold Dean, anything on the Pengo? No, I'm sorry. Hi, Robin. I'm starting to. I'm just very still like weak. Like, I'm sleeping a lot. Yesterday was a significant other's birthday. We had so much fun. I'll post the pictures. But I was exhausted afterwards. I had a fake drink. It's called a mocktail. But it was so good. Because I don't drink alcohol. Yes, Robin. Pimpy is a great guy. Yep, I have to agree with that. He just always wants to give every option. You know, he owns those currencies. He owns the dinar. He owns the Vietnamese dong. He said there's a chance, but I do not believe they're going to lop the currency. It's going to come off the exchange rate. Pete, I would. I saw a G wagon yesterday, and then all of a sudden now I'm like, I want a G wagon. No, Normie. She said, what do you think Frank's name is 26 before the RV will happen in 26? No. Be happy 2216. I love Nader. It's my buddy. They asked, what do I think about Nader? Nader's been pretty positive lately, huh? Have you guys seen his videos? I don't know anything about the Mexican peso, Gigi. Robbie J, what do you guys think about the Ledger Flex wallet for XRP? I don't have that wallet. Um, the ones that I would recommend, and this is not financial advice, is the Arculus, the Descent wallet, and the uh oh my god, I'm going blank right now. Trezor. Does anyone know the other one that starts with a T? Anita, I'm taking a lot. I'm taking vitamin D, biotin, magnesium, B12, like vitamin C, everything. Trezor, yes. Thank you, Normie. Trezor. It's called Trezor. Jackie says I can't figure out the Arculus. Why? What can't? Tangent is good. No, the one I was talking about is Tangent. Yeah, Descent, Arculus, and Tangent wallet. Not Trezor. I'm sorry. What don't you understand about Arculus? Do you have like the card? Gigi, I don't like people are talking about the lobster ledger. I don't believe in that. I don't know. I don't know if I would trust that. Like the ledger wallet. I know Decent, Arculus, and Tangent, they all hold various cryptos. Yes, Brad, I would definitely like to have Zester on my show. But I'm actually gonna have on Black Swan Brothers, one of the brothers from them. And Andy Sheckman. We're working John Dowling. We're working on having all of them come on. Hi, Alessandro. How are you? Just, I wouldn't keep anything on an exchange, Normie. Nothing, in my opinion. John Dowling is great. I think it's going to be a great show. I'm actually thinking of having them all on like one show. Vinny, any ideas on banks in Canada? I heard Scotia Bank. Scotia. I might be pronouncing it wrong. And HSBC in Canada. Well, Joyce said, do you think the real will revalue soon? Okay, so my opinion on the real is I heard that it is going to revalue, and I heard it's going to revalue, in my opinion, at $3.50. But now, because of all the drama they're doing, I don't even know what they're doing. Um, that they're not. Um, but I don't know. I think it's gonna. Iran and Venezuela are gonna surprise everybody. Oh, really? HSBC was bought out. I didn't hear that. BX19 says, I'm nervous my yellow dragon bonds may not be good. No, I heard yellow dragon bonds are going to be exchangeable. And they're going to be exchangeable at the redeeming part of, like I said, Wells Fargo with the US Treasury or at the US Treasury, in my opinion, for the yellow dragons. Jennifer Newell, in my opinion, yes, I absolutely do. Nova Scotia, thank you, Patriot Girl, is the bank in Canada. Pam Weston, no, I don't. I'm sorry. Patriot Girl, do you by any chance know the possible rate for the Sabriano? Yes, Jonathan. Saudi Arabia paid off Syria's debt and then they changed their rate and they got their sanctions removed. Deborah Watson says better buy XRP now, probably going up soon. Deborah Watson, I think the currency is gonna go before the XRP. Yeah, Pri, you don't give them any banking information. The only information you ever give them is that you have an account with them. It's like, dude, are you going to exchange my currency or not? If you're not, I'm going to go to a different bank. But Iran is still sanctioned. Railroad bonds, John. I heard German railroad bonds are going to be exchangeable, in my opinion. I don't believe anything David XRP line says, but that's my opinion. Everybody likes who they like. Hi, Richie. Yes, that's correct. Currency first, then the crypto. Strictly Hydra. No, actually, Iraq is not sanctioned, in my opinion. I showed the gift letter here, and we're still in the process of emailing people back. Kelly, I'm hearing now that they're out of the basket, but I still think they're gonna go the Iranian Real. Jonathan, he also said that Iraq is gonna pay all their debts. Iraq, they, the United States has 36 billion um of Iraqi dinar in the treasury. Marie LP, what about the Iranian dinar or the Toman? I personally have the Iranian rial. Oh, a million man prayer. Thank you so much. How are you? I really think the dong is a great investment. I think you can make a lot more for your money with the dong. In my opinion, multi Troy 63. Do I think by the end of the month? Yes, I do. In my opinion. Eugene Brown, Zimbabwe Zig. I heard is not doing so hot. Well, Solar Water, if you listen to his video from yesterday, he actually played a video where Mr. T was doing an interview and they actually said that the USA holds that amount. So I would go back and listen to that video. 22 countries in the first basket. Altogether, 209 in the GCR. Because Scott, he says, why do you think regarding the VND will revalue too, and by when? I think it's a possibility that the Vietnamese dong can go before the dinar, anywhere from 47 cents to $2.20, in my opinion. And I believe it'll happen this month, in my opinion. Hi, Missouri girl. Did you see that that idiot was threatening my life? He sent Q idiot 2 emails, one threatening to burn his house and one threatening me. Had to report him like to the cops, to YouTube. It was just crazy. Larry Norman, can you explain the gift letter? The gift letter is basically if you're giving somebody a gift, you're basically that prevents that person from paying taxes. You just have to check what's on the what you call it, what's on Forex. Plus, I will come on and tell you. Normie, it's gonna happen. Believe me. Anita, I don't believe there's going to be any capital gains tax. I heard several various opinions, but I've came to the conclusion that there's not going to be capital gains. It's cash against cash. It's currency. Mary it says, "What's your opinion on what the Indonesian rupiah will be?" In my opinion, $1.40. Hi, Lori. Yeah, that's true, Linda. She said Greg Abbott declared Texas has no capital gains. I saw that. So far I've heard only like lately people have been using Amazon, I'm sorry, eBay to purchase the real. Solar Water just said today on live TV, the president of South Africa said all the countries will be celebrating May 25th, including the USA, and Mr. T agreed. Yeah, Richie, that's correct. He said that they're recovered and they're like this giant, like of the Middle East and all this stuff. How are you recovered at 1310? It's toilet paper. It's garbage. It's worthless. How are you recovered? How's your country recovered? What are you gonna do? How are you doing all those projects? You're not. That's the point. You're not. You have a new rate. In my opinion, they have a new rate. Have you guys seen Iraq? Does that look to you like a 1310 program rate? Third world country that has nothing? I don't think so. Not in my humble opinion. But I just wish that they would stop messing with my emotions, seriously. They have a new rate, guys, I'm telling you. In my opinion, they been had a new rate. Fly fish, I think it has to be some kind of event. And I think Iran going kaboom is what's gonna make the rate pop on Forex, in my opinion. BX Air, how long will we have to exchange? 90 days. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's beautiful. I heard from Nader, it's like stunning chart. As soon as Sudani said that they recovered, right there, that tells you that they don't have a 1310. Well, what did you think if Iran went kaboom? That would be a wide out moment. Pete, what do I mean by kaboom? When Israel bombs the nuclear plants in Iran and they go boom, kaboom, blow up, explode. The 3-0 notes and the new notes are going to be coexisting for 10 years. Alan, I believe it's 18,000. Patriot Girl, am I right? For the gift. Oh, thank you, Don. You're sweet. I just don't. I'm not falling for the 1310 garbage. I'm just not. Hi, Roy. Okay, Alan said 19,000. Okay. Frank Ramos, why do we only have 90 days to exchange? I thought the exchange is indefinite. No, because the Treasury has to pay off um their stuff, and also the CBIs, those notes. So if you're exchanging at a US bank like Chase, like PNC, like Wells, that's going back to the US Treasury. If you're going to one of those banks like Frank's friend, one of those like the banks that work with CBI, it goes back to the CBI. But then apparently I heard that his friend is no longer working with the CBI or something. I don't know. AP, then he no, he doesn't believe we're gonna lose money and we're suckers. No, he does not. Yes, private bank is gonna go to the CBI. Oh, really, Solar? Frank had a good bank story. Mayberry, I heard about currency liquidator. And by the way, guys, like the people that are in my members, it's very cheap to become a member. It's just something I had to do for YouTube. But I'm gonna post some content in there, and you guys could go ahead and ask questions in there because I go in there and answer questions specifically for members, just so you know. But I'm gonna start posting stuff in there. He is God's MAGA. He is sometimes hard to follow. I gotta tell you all though, I love Frank. Frank 26. He's like my mentor. When I got into Dinar, he was the first person I listened to when I got into Dinar. And I listened to him, and I was like, wow, this guy is pretty cool. Like he was the showman, and I was just like, you know, I liked it. I watched like a 3-hour video, and I was just like, I got to get into this thing. This guy's been in it over 20 years. 20 years, right? No, I love Frank. He's the reason I'm here. He has solid intel. Solid intel. Ando, my significant other, and then I listened to Frank 26, and I dug what he said, and then I did my own research, and that's how I got into it. Frank is funny too. Like watching him is not boring. You know what I mean? Like you watch some other ones and like gurus, and you're like, oh my god, when is this gonna end? He's actually fun. I had never listened to Ismail Perez. It's under Charisse. It's under Frank 26. Go ahead over and follow him. He has very solid intel. His information is on point, and it's crazy because like he'll say something, and then like a couple days, a week, or a couple weeks later, it comes up exactly in articles in print, just like what he said. I think Frank owns a lot of suits. I have 500,000 um Vietnamese dong ando. I have that brochure too, Siki. Remember, guys, I had several appointments with Chase. I don't even know who Tish is. I know, I saw, well, her moderator threatened both of us. Like, if I was to pull up the emails, like, you just don't understand. I had to report him. He, like, threatened my life, threatened my child, my family, everything. He said he would burn down Q Idiot's house. He was gonna do, I mean, it's just really, really crazy. And the guy's a felon. He's on parole. Robert Chandler. So my mods, if you guys see Robert Chandler or Sabrina Cockrell, whatever the hell her name is, or David Cockrell, or any of those idiots from her channel, please block them immediately. I know he's in Hawaii. I'm glad for him. Frank had cancer too. And I'm so glad he beat it. Oh, my beautiful cousin's on. Hi, Alina. Oh, Normie, that's cute. Gigi, who don't you know? Just breathe. Who you been watching? Frank? No, Don, don't ever tell anybody how much you have. Ever. BX, I just said the rate for the rupaya, in my opinion, is $1.40. What color suit did Frank have on today? In my opinion, Frank is the best guru on YouTube. The 35 billion, Chanel, is what we hold of their money. The US holds. Oh, don't even get me started on that beast, Anita. She's gonna get taken down soon, along with her criminal mod that like threatens people. Kevin, isn't that next week that he's bringing on someone to talk about the dong? Hi, Mark. I don't talk about that idiot Solar. Sorry. Who is Kristen Bell, Robert Moser? The beast and her stupid moderators. Is that guy JDK? Does that guy know a lot about the VND? Gigi, I would make some calls to some banks. Not financial advice, guys. Cameron, Patriot Girl, do you know anything about that? Multi-currency accounts. I know some banks offer them. Also, you could do Wise. Wise is good. Yes, Patrick. Yes, that's who. Yes. Ruby Miner, are we going to exchange Zim bonds? Yes, in my opinion, Zim bonds and Zim agro checks. Yeah, Anna, that Sabrina, she's a idiot. Hi, Keisha. Hey, Keisha, I heard that you're over there hanging out with the what you call it, the moron and her criminal mods. You know that her criminal mod, Robert Chandler, threatened my life. But it's great to see you. I missed you though, Keisha. I got one gifted to me, Gigi. Poca Narudi. I'm sorry for eating, guys. I just feel like my sugar is dropping. Um, I do have Zim bonds. No aggro checks. All about the journey. No clue right now. I love everyone, guys. I just don't, you know what I mean? If you're with me, you're with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a two I can't be like a two-faced person. I'm straight up and real as it gets. Joy, $1.40 in my opinion. Carmine, it's not a waste of time. You can get put on a list so they can call you once it is on Forex. Alina, love you too. They have a list of people that they're going to be calling as soon as it hits Forex. People that have set up, appointments and stuff like that. Got a wealth manager. All I know is Iran is supposed to get bombed today. They're supposed to go kaboom. Chase, Wells, Normie. Ando, I don't charge. If you have questions, you can ask them here or you can email us. But I do not charge. I like Exchange of America, Banknote World, and Save Dinar. Oh, really, JDK? He said that the Chinese are being evacuated out of Israel today, urgently. I think, that, in my opinion, the black swan event will happen after the currency changes value. CXI is actually pretty good too, Mark. Yeah, I have to eat the tomatoes because they're good for like, because like I lost blood and everything like that. So like pomegranate and tomatoes, I eat a lot of. BX, I actually heard a Citizens Bank might be exchanging the Iraqi dinar. Julie, a black swan event is something that big is going to happen. Like the banks will shut down, you won't be able to use your card, things like that. That's a black swan event. Haha, Missouri girl's hilarious. I love you. You're Missouri girl. Did you see her? Did you see her? That Sabrina Herman. Keisha, yes, I do. In my opinion, I think it'll happen before July, sweetie. Uh, I believe, in my opinion, it'll be this month, and the 3-day weekend is coming up. So no, Keisha, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Can you retype it, please? Don J, 3 weekend, boom. And Iran goes kaboom, and we go boom, right? They're gonna exchange it. Frank Ramos. Well, first tier banks exchange circulated, just uncirculated IQD dong notes because I have a lot of. So yes, it doesn't matter whether it's circulated or uncirculated, as long as it has no Saddam Hussein on them. I did. I reported it to the authorities. I reported it to YouTube. Um, yeah, he basically like it's pretty bad. That's correct, Brennan. You have to call the bank and ask them to put you on the list. Just say, you have foreign currency. If they're exchanging it, once it's hits Forex, can you please put me on the list to call me once it goes on Forex so I can call and set up my appointment? I don't know who this Tish Washington is. I don't know who that is. My gut is telling me May, in my opinion. Yep, I mean, Robin, literally, like, I'll send you the emails. You're gonna be like, oh my God. Don, didn't I send them to you, Don? He said to Cuity that he's gonna burn his house down and rape his wife and all kinds of crazy. I mean, he's a nut. But it's just the fact that you would even say something like that. Which Chase, Keisha? Terry, you could email me. I'll send them to you. Email us. It's dinarinfo2024@gmail.com. Yes, Don. Remember I sent you all that? Have you, Keisha, have you responded to JP Morgan? Don, weren't those emails pretty bad? Thank you, Daniel. Definitely call them, Keisha. And can you share which Chase Bank for people in Georgia, if you don't mind? You know he's a criminal, that Robert Chandler. Oh, that whole night after I got those emails, I couldn't sleep. I like had to keep doing all this reporting, calling the police. Oh, it was just terrible, terrible what I went through. Yes, Normie. She said, "Can I exchange in a different state from where I live?" Oh yeah, no. Yeah, the cops told me that it was terroristic threats. I was wondering, I can't do a tour right now. Not right now. I'm sure, Kimberly. Sammy D, yes, I've heard of it. Has anybody else heard the Liberation Act of Iraq? I'm telling you, somebody from New York told me that Citizens Bank is going to be exchanging. Yeah, and they tried to say that me and my moderators were going in there and stealing information from Frank and bringing it in here. Which I don't steal anybody's information. I don't need to do that. I have my own. I believe so. Did you guys see the video Pimpy did on her yesterday? Oh boy, it was hilarious. I heard that one in Rochester, New York, for Citizens Bank. You guys got to make sure that they exchange at on site. They do not send anything out. You don't ever want to let go of your currency, ever. Some truest banks, I heard, will exchange. All about the journey. Your ID. He's asking what documents should you bring with your currency exchange. Your ID. I had to bring my ID, my address verification, like a bill, utility bill, and I had a copy of my receipts. But guys, remember, once it goes, you got to be very careful. You got to think everything out. Don't just you know what I mean? Don't just boom go right away. Do it right. Like, make sure you diversify. This is not financial advice. I got to keep repeating myself. Make sure you diversify. Crypto, gold and silver, real estate. You know what I mean? My birthday's coming up, guys. June 11th. Right, Jay. Make a plan. Make sure you're talking to a financial advisor that's a fiduciary. Has to be a fiduciary. Thank you. I might do a live on my birthday. Yes, Alina, I'm gonna celebrate with you. You gotta go to that place I was at yesterday. I'm sending you the videos as soon as I'm finished this stream. You're gonna love it. We were at this Dominican restaurant. It was unbelievable. That's right, God's man. Jesus never fails. And I really believe, for everything that I've been through, that God wants me here for a reason. And I believe He wants me here to help people and to just continue doing what I'm doing here. You know, I could have been dead 3 times, you know, but I'm still here. Thank you, Terry. Oh, thanks, Bern. Johnny Walker. I love that name, Johnny Walker. When you get your cash, that's when you diversify. But make a plan. Caleb and Brown is a great, great resource. Hold on, let me go. Oh no, genuine. Caleb and Brown. Actually, once I get sponsored, it might be with Caleb and Brown. Oh, you're asking what's my plan? My plan is to diversify immediately. real estate. I'm actually going to probably invest, and this is not financial advice, into Airbnbs, crypto, and gold and silver. Okay, just breathe. Thank you. I'm about to end too. Robin, Caleb and Brown is a crypto. Um, someone help me out. It's like it's like not an exchange, but you get crypto through them, like large amounts. But they're very Can someone help me out about Caleb and Brown? I just can't think right now. Treasury bonds are a good idea. They're crypto brokers. There you go. Oh, really, Gemini? No, Don, it's not. It's a brokerage. That's what it's called. It's a brokerage. I'm gonna get more crypto right away. And the four cryptos that I'm gonna get, um, well, five actually is, but the main ones are the three X's: XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, and I have some Bitcoin. But I think Bitcoin, XRP, in my opinion, is gonna surpass Bitcoin. Yeah, Jason, no, it's just a brokerage. This is going so fast, guys. So if I don't answer your questions, I apologize. I'm gonna have on the guys from the Black Swan. Um, they're gonna explain a lot about crypto. Yes, they're out of Australia. Caleb and Brown. Yes, Mayberry. I listened to him a few times. I want to have him on my show, but I don't know anybody that can get in touch with him. Bitcoin just hit 110,000. They're crypto investors. They know a lot about crypto and geopolitics. Okay, Robin, we'll talk privately. Sandy, I will come on. I don't care if it's anytime. As soon as I find out it has changed, I will be on immediately. My mods already know everything. I will let you guys know immediately. Once it hits, yes. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to come off here. I will see you. Yeah, the Dominican restaurant was amazing. I'm going to post some pictures. And guys, the drink I'm drinking is a mocktail. It is not a real alcoholic beverage. Okay? Okay, I'll see you guys later this week. Thank you for joining. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks to my mods. All right, bye.